Calgary's the hottest team in the WBL. They've won 12 straight, and Rookie of the Year candidate Jerry Stroman is one of the reasons why. If he's not making the impossible play, he sets up folks like Chip Engelland, the best three-point shooter in the league. Dayton's on a roll, too. They've won 12 of 14. You just can't stop Alfredrick Hughes when he gets the ball on the inside. This expansion team is taking the WBL by surprise, and Barry McDonald aims to make a statement in tonight's battle of division leaders.
Welcome to Dayton, Ohio, and the Irvin J. Nutter Center. Tonight, the Southern Division leading Dayton team takes on the Northern Division leading Calgary 88's. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Woloshin, along with Tom Nasolki. There is some electricity in the air as one team tries to put a step forward. Tom, in an early season game like this, is it a psychological step that's important?
Yeah, Dave, I think it's very important because Calgary has beaten Dayton twice. Dayton has since added 3 new players, of course, that really helped the ball club. And I think right now these two teams are the powers in the league and look to probably meet in the finals.
Well, they've taken 2 different roads, really, to get on their roll. Calgary has been very consistent. I mean, they have players who play together for years and years and years. They get firepower from many places, including Mr. Consistency, Carlos Clark.
Well, the thing is, Carlos has played for 4 years with the 88's. Roger is a coach that believes in making a commitment to his players, and once he gets the right mixture, he's going to stay with those players.
And he has stayed with them for years and years. Now, it's a different road for Dayton, I promise you. Since opening day, 5 new players have come in. They say that the reason for the real recent success is because of Eddie Hughes, the point guard. He is the glue to this team now.
Well, Eddie Hughes has played about 10 years of professional basketball, including 3 years in the NBA with Utah and also a couple of years with the Denver Nuggets. So he's like a coach on the floor. He's a very quiet, leader-type guy, a good three-point shooter, but he is the personification of the point guard.
If you look at the WBL statistics at the top, both Calgary and Dayton, they shoot lights out, both teams. Who gets the edge there?
Well, Chip Engelland's the best three-point shooter in the league, but you've also got Alfredrick Hughes and Brooks Steppe who can crack it from the outside for Dayton.
Hughes, amazing. You figured he'd play inside, but he goes outside too. Defensively, who do you like there?
I like Calgary a little bit better. They play the game a little closer to the vest. I say they're the best defensive club. On paper, they should win it. They're a little bit more experienced, but I think Dayton might spring an upset here tonight.
Home court advantage is always terrific. The bragging rights in the early season up for grabs. We've got the tip-off coming your way in just a moment.
Hi. Take your feet off the table. Now, here's your bag of Eagle potato chips. Here's my bag of Eagle potato chips. Now, we're going to open them. Not like an animal. Watch me. I open it easily. I remove 1 chip. Now, I taste it. The quintessence of taste and crunchiness. Go ahead.
Eagle potato chips, everyone loves them.
When you need more than just a thirst quencher, make the move to Power Burst. Power Burst, the advanced performance beverage designed to replace the vital fluids and nutrients your body loses whenever and however you work hard. Power Burst increases your endurance while it satisfies your thirst fast, and Power Burst comes in 4 great-tasting flavors. So whenever you're thirsty for whatever you do, make the move to Power Burst.
Every week, TV Guide pulls together everything that's going on TV. Then we lay it all out to help you decide what's best for you and your family. This week highlights 7 days' worth of top-flight programming. Daily guidelines alert you to each day's best bets. and our close-ups give you concise, in-depth background on noteworthy shows. So, week in, week out, when you want to know what's really worth watching on television, what's really worth reading is TV Guide.
Welcome back to Dayton, Ohio, where we get set for probably the best early season matchup of the year. Let's meet the principals as the crowd starts to come in. Here is PA announcer Charlie Robinson.
The starting lineup for tonight's game. First for the visiting Calgary 88's. A 6'3" guard from Indiana University wearing number 14, Jim Thomas. At the other guard position, 6'3" from Duke University, number 10, Chip Engelland. At center, 6'4" from Virginia Tech, number 34, Perry Young. From the University of Mississippi, a 6'4" forward wearing number 4, Carlos Clark. And at the other forward, 6'4", from the University of Utah, number 23, Jerry Stroman. The 88's are coached by Roger Lyons. He's assisted by Richard Bogo. The 88's trainer is Fraser Dodds. And now the starting lineup for your Dayton Wings. But here are your 1991 Dayton Wings dance team, the Fly Girls. For the Wings, a 6'4" guard from Georgia Tech, number 5, Brooke Steppe. At the other guard position, 5'10", from Colorado State, number 11, Eddie Hughes. At center, 6'4", from Georgetown University, number 20, Perry McDonald. At a forward position, 6'4", from the University of Utah, number 24, Albert Spring. And at the other forward slot, 6'4", from Loyola of Chicago, number 21, Al Frederick Hughes. The Wings are coached by Pat Haley. He's assisted by Mike Sylvester, Donald Smith, and Rex Gardecki.
Lots of talent out there, and both teams are very, very deep. We pause now for a regional break. Sports Channel America's exclusive coverage of the WBL will continue in a moment.
Did you know that Quality Rebuilders can save you money? Quality has a complete automotive machine shop. Everything is done right here. Did you know that Quality does full-service work on American and foreign cars and trucks? And that Quality does transmission repairs and replacements, valve jobs, complete motor rebuilding and replacements? Quality Rebuilders is the working man's friend, 43rd and North. Ask about Quality Rebuilders warranty and 90 days same as
upper body.
I have tried bikes, jogging, even racquetball, and Easy Glider is definitely the best.
And this handsome unit folds down quickly for easy storage.
Call toll-free like I did to shape up and slim down with Easy Glider.
Call toll-free 1-800-238-3100. We'll bill your credit card 3 easy payments of $19.95 each. You get a full 60-day home trial with a money-back guarantee. The total price, $59.85 plus $9 shipping and handling. Call now, 1-800-238-3100.
The fans on their feet here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center. This is a great game of matchups. Who will be able to stop Al Frederick Hughes? Well, they've got a couple of people like Perry Young. Calgary does for sure. The guards will be interesting. Hughes against the sharpshooter Chip Engelland. Lots of interesting things to take into account here, Tom.
Well, one thing that's going to be interesting to me personally, I know Jerry Stroman and Albert Springs very well. He went to the University of Utah. And of course, I live in Salt Lake City and seen both of them play for many years, and they know they're going to face one another tonight. They were joking about it before the ball game.
Dayton now 15-7, Calgary 17-5. The 88's have won 12 straight. The Wings have won 12 of 14, but 5 in a row, and they've been very tough here at home. And well, you almost sense some electricity in this crowd, don't you?
Oh, this is going to be a great ball game here tonight.
McDonald, a bruiser right off the start, gets it. Brooke Steppe, kid from Georgia Tech, traveled before he got the shot off. Maybe a little contact, but it doesn't count. There's the leading candidate to be Rookie of the Year, Stroman. Carlos Clark, only a 2. First blood, Calgary. Remember, they've played twice. The 88's have won them both. Any nerves early, Tom?
No, I don't think so. I think all these players have played enough basketball. Both are fairly experienced clubs, really.
Hughes penetrates and makes it happen. Frederick Hughes, well, good pass inside. Calgary, a great passing team. It didn't go that time. They've got 553 assists already this year. They really move the ball around.
Well, again, that comes from playing together, Dave. They've played, in fact, this lineup out here has played together for 4 years with the exception of Jerry Stroman.
Hughes again, he's got all 4 for Dayton. Thomas will post up on Hughes and takes advantage of the height there.
Yeah, that's right. They went right to Jim Thomas, posting up on Eddie Hughes, who's about 3 or 4 inches shorter than Jim Thomas.
9.5 gone. First quarter. Tie ball game. From way out, Hughes couldn't get it to go. Chip Anglin leads the league in three-pointers, leads the league in free throw shooting. That time, Carlos Clark couldn't get it to where he wanted it to go. Calgary got back on D nicely, didn't they? That should have been a carry, maybe. Hughes, in and out. Young gets the rebound. Either team able really to move. Anglin in traffic. Thomas controls for Calgary. They control the boards early. Nice pass, Carlos Clark. He's got 4. Calgary on top by 2.
This is going to be the first set play now we've had in the first couple of minutes of the ball game. They came down and singled. They're going to run a little 1-4 action. This time they post up Perry McDonald.
He couldn't get it to go. Another rebound for Calgary. That time it was Clark. And Thomas goes to work one-on-one with Hughes. There's the kick out. Anglin for 3. You see why he's the best in the league. 9-4. So Calgary busts out for the first time. Hughes to answer the reverse. Gets it back. Got fouled.
Here's a situation right there where Jim Thomas drives to the middle. Chip Anglin spots up. Jim Thomas kicks the ball out and you get the 3.
That is the way the game is going to be played more and more, isn't it? Penetrate and kick.
Yeah, you know, especially with an experienced team, because, or experienced players, I should say. Chip Anglin knows that if he spots up, he's going to be hit with the ball.
Frederick Hughes really an all-around player. 21-point average, 9.5 rebounds, about 82% from the line, and that's his first point of the night.
Go out. The thing I like about Frederick, besides being a good player, there's Roger Lyon, one of the great coaches in this league.
And happy with the early lead as Hughes tries to cut into it.
Now Frederick we got here at about 5:45, and now Frederick is out here at 10 minutes to 6. Getting ready for the ball game. He really works out.
He really does. He was the number 5 scorer in the NCAA when he graduated from Loyola in Chicago. Now he's number 9. Some people have passed him by. 9-6. There's Perry Young. Ooh, sweet move for the young man from Virginia Tech. His first 2.
That's going to be a big battle inside tonight. Perry Young against Frederick Hughes.
This is Eddie Hughes working on Thomas. His team down 5. Steppy for 3. Yeah. Beautiful shot. The other way in a hurry. Thomas kicks it. Stroman will take the 3. No. Steppy got the rebound. 3-on-2 here. McDonald, and Young got the rebound. Almost stolen by Hughes and almost lost. England forced it. It wouldn't go. Stroman saves for the 88's and fires away from downtown, but just a 2. And that's the first deuce for Jerry Stroman, averaging 23 a game, the number 8 scorer in the league. 13-9, 4-point lead for Calgary.
Now here's something you don't see in the WBL very much. That's a pick and roll. That was between Eddie Hughes and Perry McDonald.
Hughes couldn't get it to go, but Perry McDonald did force it in. His first 2. 13-11, a 2-point game. Biggest lead was 5. Calgary owned that early. 5.5 to go, first quarter. There's is the matchup we talked about. That's fun to watch. Look at the brute strength. A great pass inside, but the shot wouldn't go. The follow, and Hughes got the rebound and then directs the break. England wanted the ball. Instead, Hughes.
That's something you don't see very often, as Albert Springs taking that shot from the outside.
Springs open. This time he didn't take the shot. He went right to Alfrederick Hughes at the blind behind the back shot. Tie game, 13-all. They want to go to Young. Good defense by Hughes.
The thing that Perry Young does very well is when he gets the ball in the deep post, he handles the ball and also keeps vision to the weak side so he can't be doubled very easily.
Alfrederick Hughes not a happy man as he goes to the bench. He got whistled for the foul. Let's take a look.
Now watch Perry Young, the way he looks to the opposite side, that keeps the other players from double teaming him.
Oh, watch Alfrederick Hughes here. He's not looking, is he?
No, there he goes. Back to the basket.
15-13 Calgary. We're back in a moment.
Sunday nights, strap yourself in for high-speed excitement with the fastest show on TV. Speedway Sunday puts the pedal to the metal and puts you in the driver's seat with sizzling motorsports. 7:30 Eastern on Sports Channel America this week.
It's action like you've never seen. Excitement like you've never felt.
How you doing, Trooper?
And sex like you've never had. Leslie Nielsen.
Please.
Is this some kind of bust?
That's very impressive, yes.
The Naked Gun 2.5. The Smell of Fear. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, June 28th at theaters everywhere.
Tuesdays, America's love affair with the outdoors takes on a whole new meaning. Fishing and hunting tips and culinary wonders are just a few of the ingredients on Outdoors America. 9:30 Eastern on Sports Channel America, Tuesdays.
Welcome back to the Irvin J. Nutter Center in Dayton, Ohio. A dandy game so far. The Calgary 88's lead the home team Wings 15-13 so far. Let's quickly go over the way the WBL plays. No player can be over 6'5", 4 10-minute quarters. Nobody fouls out. The three-point line is 20 feet 6 inches. In overtime, it's the first team to score 7 points. It's a 24-second shot clock. You have to get the ball over the timeline in 8 seconds. And just recently, the all-new, all-leather WBL all-world ball.
Well, we'll talk about how the ball came into being a little bit later. That's quite a story behind it, but really photographs well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It's pretty. People were talking about how the old ABA ball has become a collector's item, and this thing already people are going crazy for it in Europe.
Well, the rubber ball, they've had the rubber ball out for a while, and that's they can't keep it in stock, and I think it'll be the same way with this leather ball.
Perry Young, fine player, his third year with Calgary from Virginia Tech, averaging about 17 points and 8.5 rebounds. He is one tough cookie. His ball club has a 2-point lead thanks to his tough bucket inside right before the break, and there's the free throw after he was fouled by Alfrederick Hughes. Brooks Steffi's had a pretty good night so far. He finds Eddie Hughes underneath, nowhere to go. Jackson from the corner, and it'll belong to Calgary. They can open up a 5-point lead or even a 6. The biggest advantage has been 5, owned by Calgary a little earlier in the game. Dayton shooting only 50% from the outside. Calgary 6 of 9 so far in the game. Here's Thomas from long range. No, and the rebound comes down to Dayton. Hughes goes to work on Thomas. Jackson at a notion. Hughes has to use quickness. Oh, what a great block inside. Stroman got his hand on that, but Dayton keeps the ball alive. Hughes got it that time. Use the speed. He's got 6 in the game now. 16-15. go where they want to. Young, and he got fouled by Hughes, and that's number 2, and that could be important.
We're going to take a look here on the replay. Now watch Eddie Hughes go to the basket, change his hands. Jerry Stroman still gets over and gets the block. Notice what a great job Perry Young does posting up. He always gets open in deep, and there was the foul, of course, on the turnaround jumper.
Perry 1 for 1 from the line, and Al Frederick Hughes, you know, if he's on your team, you love this guy, and the crowd loves him. If he's against you, he goes into some visiting arenas, and he's the villain. They like to boo him and get on him.
Well, as Jack Eaton, the team announcer of the Memphis Rockers, he calls him our favorite thug. If he's playing on our team, we love him. He's on another team, we don't like him so much.
That time, Young only gets 1 of the 2. Here's Steppe for 3, not even close, but a good rebound inside by Al Frederick Hughes, and he draws the foul this time, and there will be no complaint. Stroman, though, has a beef.
Well, there's the shot. It looks like Steppe was hit on the top of the head. Here's the rebound. Now Hughes goes up, makes a good head and shoulders fake, and there he's clobbered.
Al Frederick with 4 tonight, has hit 2 from the stripe.
Well, the thing with Hughes, he's equally as good. He can play outside. He can get in deep and post. Very, very strong rebound. We'll just take a look at the muscleature on him.
Well, Frederick Hughes already with 4 rebounds, 4 of the 10 that the Wings have. Hughes can tie it with this free throw. Got it. That's 17.
Now Kelsey Weems is in at the point, taking Jim Thomas out. He gives the 88's a little different look. He's much quicker, a much better penetrator than Jimmy Thomas. Not quite as good a court leader.
England, and he forced but got the deuce over Steppe. He's got 5 in the game now, and a 2-point lead for Calgary. Steppe wants to go inside, has to go cross court. Here's Jackson. He almost stepped on the baseline. And a good steal by Stroman. And here's a 3-on-1. Weems lost the handle, and coming back was Perry McDonald. Jackson. Yes. 19 all. Inside, great pass. Stroman.
Well, Stroman did a nice job that time of making the pass, cutting to the basket, and then getting the ball back.
21-19, Calgary, 2 and change to play in the first quarter. Eddie Hughes open. He'll take the tray, and he got the tray, and he's been hot in this quarter. 9. Loose ball foul away from the basket. And we'll take a break. 2 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the first quarter. Dayton takes their first lead. They lead Calgary 22-21.
For the man who really loves his golf, nothing will stand in his way when he wants to play. He'll play anywhere. Trouble, however, can be encountered on any golf course. Hazards like heavy rough. Golf Digest magazine can help. Every golfer wants to improve, but the golfer who improves most reads Golf Digest. For him, sand shots are easy. Golf Digest's instructional articles can even see you through the perils of a water hazard. Your favorite course may be less treacherous than this one, but probably no less demanding. Wherever you play, play better with Golf Digest.
Get a full year of Golf Digest for $19.77. Call 800-841-0300 now and get our free half-hour instructional video with your paid subscription. Call 800-841-0300 now.
Tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern Time, join Sports Channel America for the fastest show on television, Speedway Sunday. Strap yourself in for exciting motorsports every week. Speedway Sunday, tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, only on Sports Channel America. And this event may not be available in all areas. Please consult your listings for further details. You saw those Dayton cheerleaders clear the floor. They're on their way to the Hula Bowl in the fall. They're going to dance at halftime there. Not bad at all. 22-21 Dayton.
I'll give you an example of the depth of the Dayton team. They put Joe Ward in, who's a terrific player, has made a big difference this club. There's Pat Haley, a longtime coach at University of Dayton in Bowling Green. They also have Troy Lewis, who they acquired from Youngstown. Troy was the best sixth man in the WBL last year.
Dayton has this lead. They've shot only 8 of 18 from the field, Tom. Calgary's hot, 10 of 13. It's uncharacteristic for Dayton to be this cool. But yet, they're right in there. Tied 22 all. Couldn't get that one to go. The rebound of the man Tom just talked about, jumping Joe Ward. He's excitement. And he goes for the three right off the pad and hits it. Wow. Doesn't take any time to warm up, huh? England had it knocked away. Perry Young with the good D. Here comes Jaron Jackson, and he got fouled. No doubt, John Hedgewood got him good.
All right. Stay here. Come on, all right?
Jackson gets up slowly. He's okay.
John Hedgewood was playing in Argentina this last winter, and he joined the ball club, the Calgary 88's, about 3 weeks ago. Played with him last year, a very strong rebounder, so he's just now rounded into shape.
Well, we talked about how deep these teams are. You know, Ward comes off the bench, hits the three. Jackson now has 3 in the game. You like to get that scoring from the bench, huh?
Well, Hughes, Ward, and Jackson are the players that have really made the difference in this club.
Jackson makes them both, and now Dayton has their biggest lead. It's 5, so both teams have enjoyed 5-point bulges. Minute 35 to go in the quarter. Stroman got hacked, and Joe Ward pleads his case.
You know, Pat Haley, the Dayton coach, had been out of basketball for 12 years. Had coached a long time at both the high school and the college level, and was out and took Don Danaher's place.
That's a tough angle to really tell if he did get him. If you ask Pat Haley, he'll say no. In the meantime, Young gets the ball, and Calgary goes to work. Young got the loose ball. He owns that turnaround jumper. Nice play, Perry Young. 6 in the quarter, 27-24. Dayton with the lead. Jackson again. It's a tray. Yes! Stroman will answer. Rebound, Dayton, and Ward in a hurry. Off his foot. England faked the 3. Couldn't get the pull-up. Bodies are bouncing. And the ball not bouncing real true. Lewis and Jackson again. Yes! Another 3 for Jaron Jackson. He's got 10 in the quarter with 35 seconds to go. And Dayton now up 9. Hedgewood got to let around Ward. Good pass inside, draws the foul. Fans don't like it, and there is a pretty good crowd on hand.
You know, Dave, up to now, Dayton is really playing some swarming defense. They're taking some chances. In that particular instance, their inside was penetrated, but they're doing a great job of getting back and helping out.
Harry McDonald picked up the foul, and he takes a seat on the bench. Troy Lewis in the game now for Dayton, too. The young man who's a veteran, played at Purdue, a terrific player. Stroman, yes. He's a tough guy. Troy Lewis, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. He's very, very good college player.
End of the first quarter. And Florida leads Youngstown 32-31. Florida scores some points, don't they? Stroman got them both. He's got 6 in the game now. 33-26. Here's an interesting story. Claudio Goldabella from Italy. He's here to really refine his skills.
Claudio played in the same ball club that Mike Sylvester, who's the assistant coach for Dayton, played on in Italy.
Lewis drew the foul. It wouldn't go. He's got a quick step, and he releases from every angle, doesn't he? Anglin picked up the foul. Only his first. We look at Roger Lyons, and Tom will visit with Roger at halftime. 5.5 seconds left in the first quarter. So Dayton ran the clock down, and Lewis got the shot. Troy normally pretty good free throw shooter, 81%.
Just a great shooter, period. He played very, very well for Youngstown last year. Was 2 times All Big Ten at Purdue.
Young to beat the buzzer. No. Strowman, will it count? No. It missed anyway, and we played a pretty interesting first quarter. Dayton jumped up early by 5, or rather Calgary did, and Dayton has answered the call. They lead by 8 at the end of the first quarter. 34-26 our score. We'll be back to the Irvin J. Nutter Center in just a moment.
People who drink Minute Maid orange soda aspire to great heights. The big orange taste of Minute Maid orange soda, the official soft drink of the NBA.
Let me have one of those delicious potato chips, huh? Eagle. They're the best. What a name, huh? Eagle. Eagle means the best. I've got the perfect motto for the company, too.
What is that?
Aquila non capit moscas. That's Latin.
What does it mean?
The eagle does not catch flies.
I got one, too. Tutto è finito.
What does that mean?
They're gonna fire us. Eagle snacks. Everyone loves them.
Only one shoe is cool enough to be the choice of the World Basketball League. The new WBL Pro from Tevas. The coolest shoe in the world. Basketball League.
Every week, TV Guide pulls together everything that's going on TV. Then we lay it all out to help you decide what's best for you and your family. This week highlights 7 days worth of top flight programming. Daily guidelines alert you to each day's best bets. And our close-ups give you concise, in-depth background on noteworthy shows. So week in, week out, when you want to know what's really worth watching on television, what's really worth reading is TV Guide. Kick it out.
The big orange taste of Minute Maid orange soda, the official soft drink of the NBA.
Daddy, will you play me a song? How about it? The home crowd at the Irvin J. Nutter Center, very, very happy indeed. They lead by 8 as we go to the second quarter. Calgary in red, Dayton in white. Calgary wins the tip, and here comes Kelsey Weems. Really, the battle on the boards has been won by Dayton 13-8. And Tom, is that the reason they're up by the 8 points?
Yeah, it is. Plus, they're playing terrific half-court defense.
There's a good example of some pretty good half-court defense indeed, and that's going to be a jump ball. Kelsey Weems got into Never Never Land.
There's a situation now where Weems turns the baseline, but Joe Ward comes over to help, ties him up, and there you have the jump ball.
Boy, does he jump, huh? Impressive. I figure he comes off the bench, too. I mean, that's one of the aspects, I think, from both these teams that maybe makes them the class of the league so far is that they do go deep.
Well, that's right. I talked to Pat Haley before the game, and he really plays 10 players, and he said they're in competition against one another all the time. If they don't play well, they come out and we go with someone else.
First Ward with the D, then he wins the battle, and Jackson buries another one for 3. He is really putting on a show. Way out, hits the top of the backcourt. Dayton can really extend. They lead by 11, 37-26. Good crowd on hand. drawn 7,000 here before, Tom, and they've got a 4,000, 5,000 here tonight. Rainy night in Dayton, which might have.
Oh, that's right.
held the crowd down a
Big
little.
storm out there tonight, Dave.
Troy Lewis. Oh man, we talked about what a shooter he was. You see it. There's a 14-point lead for Dayton. Remember, they have not beaten Calgary yet this year. Hagwood with a nice shot there. That's his first two. 40-28. Jackson again. Yes!
There was just a mix-up on defensive assignments that time, and Eddie Hughes took advantage of it. Spotted Jackson over in the corner, hitting for the three.
Jackson was 16, averages 12 and a half. Ward got the rebound, poked away, got a jab in the back and still controlled. Lewis, Weems with the rebound. 8 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the first half. Dayton by 15. Calgary's not used to being in this position, Tom. Angle, no, front of the rim, and suddenly Calgary is very, very cold, and it's physical inside. You see bodies hitting the deck. Watch the rebound here, and somebody's going on. Joe Ward's around all that. He's really out to play tonight. Get some PT.
Joe Ward played for a good friend of mine, Hugh Durham, down at the University of Georgia, and is one of their all-time great players.
Pat Haley happy with the way his team is playing. Up 15, they've got the basketball. Corbett in the game now, and that shot by who else? Jaren Jackson. Just a deuce this time to put him at 18. Thomas with a nice move, and then backed off. Nothing but net there. He's been sitting a while. Comes out firing. Here's Eddie Hughes. No, and finally Dayton misses an opportunity. Weems skates by everybody. Oh, the good move. Here's the three. Smith took it, couldn't go. But controlling the boards, Calgary for the moment. Weems. No, they are really cold.
Yeah, that's not Kelsey Weems' shot. They play him for the drive. He's not a real good outside shooter. Great driver.
They dared him to shoot. He didn't miss. And Dayton has made this run really without Alfredrick Hughes for the most part. Here's Ward, air ball. Things getting a little sloppy. Clark holds up. Yes. Carlos Clark with 6. 45-32. Jackson, oh, he's unconscious.
Well, that time that was a set play, and Jackson came off a baseline screen, did a nice job of getting the ball to him. Now see this in the play. Here he comes now. There's a baseline screen, nice screen. Jackson gets the ball delivered by Eddie Hughes, goes up for the three-pointer.
Well, there are nights you feel it, and there are nights you really feel it. This must be one of those nights.
That's the advantage of having a floor general like Hughes. He'll do a good job of delivering the ball to the right person at the right time.
That could have been a 4-point play. 15-point lead for Dayton. Good pass inside, and a foul on Corbett. Anthony Corbett played right here in Dayton. 6'4", 235. They say he's instant offense. And Jaren Jackson's going to leave the game, and the crowd obviously very pleased with. Oh, he just went over for a rest. Now they're bringing Corbett out. I guess they're going to keep the guy who's hot in. They set a pick for Smith. It wasn't there. Jim Thomas to work on Jackson. Jim Thomas has hit a couple in a row.
Well, Jim Thomas knows he's not a great outside shooter. He's a fine medium-range shooter, and he worked around until he got the good shot.
47-34, Dayton on top. Troy Lewis. And Roger Lyons didn't like that call, and you can almost understand why. There's a man that's happy, though, Pat Haley.
There's the drive, and we're going to see right there. Yeah, he just gets him just a little bit.
Everything going Dayton's way. They're up 13.
Come on, not another cooking class.
Yes. You want to join us? Tonight is the fine art of snacking.
No way. I'm just going to grab a handful of these Eagle chips and run.
You don't run while eating Eagle chips. It's snacking elevated to its highest form.
I'm elevating the chip now. Mmm, delicious. Oh, I got to have some of those Eagle honey roast nuts.
Ah, the sweet crunchiness. Why don't you stay for class?
I'm delirious. I better take some for later. Gotta go.
Hi. We're here. Hi.
When does class begin? Eagle snacks. Everyone loves them.
What's that cool going down? What's that chill rushing through you? What's that that takes your breath away? That's the taste of real refreshment. That's the real love, Diet Coke. Just for the taste of it, Diet Coke.
Welcome back to Dayton, Ohio. I'm Dave Woloshin along with Tom Nisulke. Dayton having their way with Calgary so far, 47-34. Tom, this was a close game until early in the second quarter, and then the Wings went on a run. What happened?
I think Joe Ward coming in doing a good job on the boards, hitting a couple buckets, and of course Jaron Jackson doing a great job with the threes, and then their stifling half-court defense. They have really taken Calgary out of about everything they want to do.
Dayton also shooting 80% in the second quarter. Troy Lewis has missed 2 free throws in this game, so he's 1 for 3, which is not like Troy Lewis.
No, he's twice all Big Ten, started all 4 years at Purdue, former Mr. Basketball in the state of Indiana. That's pretty good pedigree.
Yeah. He says that only when they count do I really concentrate. There was a bad shot by Jim Thomas. And now Frederick Hughes looks to run. That's been his spot. Let's see what Jaron Jackson does. This time he gives it to the low post man. And Hughes fights the double team. Calgary doing a better job on the boards. Kelsey Weems went through the seam and made a tremendous play. Does that count? Yes, sir. Well, he just skated through everybody and made the impossible shot.
Well, that's his strength. Weems does a great job. He can accelerate. Reminds me of Andre Turner with his acceleration. Gets to the basket, makes the tough shot.
And that cuts it to 12, 48-36. Kelsey from North Carolina State. And he dishes off real well in those situations, too. Missed the free throw. Now Frederick Hughes brought it down for Dayton with the 12-point lead. The Wings can't afford to relax against this team because they can shoot the threes. That one won't go, and Clark got the rebound for the 88's. And Steve Smith couldn't get it to go. Loose ball foul on Calgary and Kelsey Weems. Number 1 on Weems. And some life now from Roger Lyons, sensing maybe they can make a move if they play some good D here. Still 12-point difference with Dayton on top. McDonald over to Young. Loose ball foul on Dayton. Brooke Steppe. And a travel, and now we're seeing some sloppy play. A lull in the game.
But that's going to happen in professional basketball. You're going to have times where the game is almost beautiful. You're going to have some ugly times too, if both teams are really getting down and digging in, trying to play the good defense.
I guess just the ebbs and flows of the contest.
Yeah, that's right.
Jackson in the corner. Oh, he finally missed a shot. Carlos Clark with the rebound. He's had about 3 in the last couple of minutes. Perry Young, nice move. Got it back with strength and puts it in. His first deuce of this quarter. And it's a 10-point contest.
Well, Weems is doing a good job of getting the ball down in a hurry and making something happen.
Brooks Steffi had to kick it back. Good passing. McDonald, yes.
That was a big shot because Calgary is now starting to dig down and play some defense. Very important shot, the last one.
Yeah, because you sensed that momentum was changing just a little bit.
That's it.
They tried to squeeze in there. Calgary got the ball back. Stroman tried to do maybe a little too much that last time. Perry Young, it's a trap. Eddie Hughes, the little guy, got the rebound. They list him at 5'10". Jackson, oh, he missed 2 in a row. Hughes kept it alive. And a foul on Carlos Clark.
You know, Eddie Hughes was out of basketball several years ago, and then Utah picked him up right near the end of the year, used him in the playoffs, and then they did end up releasing him, and then Denver picked him up and he played 2 more years, so he was ready to get out. Now he's kind of got new life again.
Funny how that works, isn't it?
Yep, he went back, and I believe it was either graduate school at Colorado State or was worked for a while, was teaching school.
I guess perseverance is the example of Eddie Hughes, and that free throw bore it out. Didn't it? I mean, it sat on that rim for about 10 seconds. That's Hughes' first point in this quarter. He's now got 10 in the contest. Missed that one. 51-38. Dayton's linked that to 13. Stroman for the tray. Hughes high to get the rebound. These guys are like the Hughes brothers between Frederick and Eddie, and they both have roles and they play so well together. Weems all over Eddie this time. McDonald inside. Tough move. Perry Young with a rebound. And Calgary can again move to within 11.
The one thing about the Calgary team, they've got too much character to fold up. I mean, they're going to continue to play hard, do what they can, and do what they have to do to fight back.
Carlos Clark forced to make something happen. And Hughes underneath, and Perry McDonald and Perry Young really playing physical basketball at the moment. 2:27 left in the half. Dayton on top.
Some men would rather live their lives sheltered in the harbor, and some would rather sail into life with the unmistakable scent of Old Spice. Clean, true, and classic. Old Spice, one of the legends of the sea.
When sports cream, when arms are sore, when legs ache, when muscles hurt. Why sports cream? Massaging sports cream in brings fast pain relief. No medicine-y smell, no odor. Why sports cream? Because it works.
Over 28 million adults get athlete's foot.
I'm Jim Bird. I had athlete's foot until I used NP27. It has an ingredient recommended by doctors.
Look, NP27 stops the burning, itching of athlete's foot fast.
NP27. Nothing's a better cure for athlete's foot.
Wednesday on U.S. Olympic Showcase, America's strongmen compete in the U.S. Weightlifting National Championships. You'll also see continuing coverage of the World Volleyball League as the USA takes on Italy. That's U.S. Olympic Showcase Wednesday at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, only on Sports Channel America. Now, this event may not be available in all areas, so please consult your listings for further details. Here, Dayton leads Calgary 51-38. It's the battle of the divisional leaders. And really, Calgary has had their way with Dayton so far this year, 2-0. But these folks think things will change tonight.
Well, one thing that's changed is Jackson, Joe Ward, Eddie Hughes. They didn't have those players when they played Calgary before, and both times, or of course, I better change that and say that these three players have made a tremendous difference. Pat Haley has done a terrific job in changing the complexion of the ball club. And talking to him before the game, he was not very happy with a couple of the players that he had early and had to move them.
Not only do you have to change the player personnel and weave them in the way Haley has, but you have to change strategy completely with the talent that you've got.
And I think another thing that Pat mentioned to me, he'd been out of basketball really 12 years, and I think it takes a little bit to get back in. I mean, he wasn't real happy at the start of the year because he'd taken the job in a very, very difficult situation. Now he's a lot more relaxed, feels much better about his ball club.
Dayton by 11. And this man, Jared Jackson, one of the big reasons why he's been so hot tonight. Steppy fired the corner, but that was last touched by Calgary, and I think it was Stroman who got a hand on it. Stroman, really an all-around player, does so many things offensively for you, passes the ball well, and plays pretty good D. Calgary has been terrific defensively this year. One of the reasons why they've got such a great record. Eddie Hughes, he forced, he got.
That was also a big basket because that time Calgary was in a zone defense. It had confused Dayton a little bit, and then Eddie hit the big basket.
Very Young threw it away. Steppy finds Hughes, and then it's Ward, and what a play! It's back to 15, Tom, and so if there was going to be a momentum switch, forget it now. Minute 41 to go. First half. Very Young. Airball, but a nice follow. Kelsey Weems.
Well, what happened in that situation, Eddie Hughes came off Kelsey Weems to double team. The shot was taken, and then Weems didn't have anyone blocking him out, was able to get the offensive rebound.
No. Down 13. Oh, and a steal, Perry McDonald. That's an exclamation point. He's got 6. Back to 15, and they could have cut it to 11 or 10. In the other games they've played, Calgary has led at the half. Once 49-46, once 55-42. No way that's going to happen this time. In the corners, the three won't go, and little Eddie Hughes dances on the baseline and saves the ball. They've got to beat the 8 seconds. Young really guarding McDonald. It's close, but he gets it across the line. Ward 3, no. Ward fouled by Stroman, and Ward hit hard with 30 seconds left in the half. He says, I'm okay, just let me get up slowly.
Well, there's the shot, and Joe Ward will follow the shot. Probably should have taken the ball, went back down on the ground with it, and then maybe either passed it out or drove it to the took it to the hole.
Kill a little clock. You would have, if you get it to the end, you would have kept Calgary with only 6 seconds left. And this way you get 2, I guess, Tom, and come back the other way. You'll have 6 seconds to answer.
I don't think he had that in mind, but
No.
that's the way it comes out.
It's them both. 59-42. That's a 17-point advantage, biggest of the night.
Dayton has done as good a job defensively as I've seen any team in the league in 2 years that I've been around it.
Carlos Clark couldn't get the leaner to go. What great presence of mind. He knocked it off of Brooks Steppy out of bounds. So with the shot clock turned off, 19.8 seconds left in the half. Calgary will have the ball, but they're trailing by a bunch, 17. They should go for a 3 here and try to get some momentum to go to the locker room. They play for the last shot. Where's this going, Tom?
Well, they wanted it to go to Chip England, but Brooks Steppy did a great job playing. Not the shot they want, but they got the 2.
Weems will take it. 1.5 seconds left. You see it. Steal. Young at the buzzer. No. It is just not Calgary's night at all. 59-44. The Wings over the 88's at the halftime. They've played 3 times now. This is the first time that Dayton has enjoyed the halftime advantage.
Yeah, that's the shot they really didn't want, but they got. They wanted to go to Chip England there, but Weems had to take the shot. Chip was not open.
So Calgary cut it to 5, but it's been all Dayton in the first half. 59-44. We're back in Ohio in a moment.
When sports cream, when arms are sore, when legs ache, when muscles hurt. Why sports cream? Massaging sports cream in brings fast pain relief. No medicine-y smell, no odor. Why sports cream? Because it works.
Over 28 million adults get athlete's foot.
I'm Jim Bird. I had athlete's foot until I used NP27. It has an ingredient recommended by doctors.
Look, NP27 stops the burning, itching of athlete's foot fast.
NP27. Nothing's a better cure for athlete's foot.
This summer, only one movie stars Leslie Nielsen as Frank Drebin.
Is this some kind of bust?
That's very impressive, yes.
Priscilla Presley as Jane. George Kennedy as Ed.
Congratulations. I understand that Edna's pregnant again.
Yes, and if I catch the guy who did it. And O.J. Simpson as Nordberg. Step on it. The Naked Gun 2.5. The Smell of Fear. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, June 28th at theaters everywhere.
Here's an opportunity to receive a free copy of William F. Buckley's historic Agenda for the 90s.
When you get National Review, you'll have news and opinions you don't find anywhere else.
But I think you know that National Review is my favorite magazine. It's my favorite because it's splendidly written, brilliantly edited, and a pleasure to read.
It's informative, probing, persuasive, and challenging. It's serious and it's entertaining. I think it's terrific.
I like it because it cuts through the nonsense that normally surrounds most political issues with simple, common sense. And of course, I love the humor. It's a very funny magazine.
Yep, no other magazine gives you what we give you. Guaranteed.
Call this toll-free number now, and we'll send you absolutely free and with no obligation this copy of Agenda for the 90s. For a trial subscription to National Review for only $24.95, call toll-free 1-800-238-3100. That's 1-800-238-3100.
Welcome back to the Irvin J. Nutter Center in Dayton, Ohio. The hometown Wings having their way with the Calgary 88's 59-44. Dayton's done it all year long. They got a real star inside. His name is Alfredrick Hughes. And Tom Nisonke talked to them a little bit earlier.
Last year you were giving me fits when I was coaching Memphis, so it's good to see you in a more suitable setting this time.
It's good to see you also, definitely.
Thank you. Now let's just talk a little bit about the league, Alfredrick. This is your 4th year in the league. You've seen the changes. What's it been like as far as cities and also as the type of player that's coming into the league?
I think we're getting better caliber players each year. A lot of people are starting to hear about this league and looking at it as another outlet. And we're getting a lot of much better players than what we started the first year. I think everybody in this league has very talented players from the first guy to the 10th guy.
What about now as far as playing in Dayton? This is a big difference from playing in Springfield last year.
Definitely. We have a lot of support here. The people love basketball here. Last year we were drafting from 200 to 1,000 people a game, but here we had a place almost full every night. We average about 5,000 people a game, and that makes us feel much better at home.
What about now? You've had a lot of changes. Your team's playing very, very well. You've added Eddie Hughes. Jackson's come in. You've got Joe Ward now. Has that been tough? Obviously, they're good players. Is it tough when you get that many new players that join you, just say in a couple of weeks?
No, it's not, because those guys are veterans and they know their role. I think for the first time, our second 5, once Daryl Johnson come on the team, our second 5 would be as good as almost anybody's first 5. And everybody know their role, that they know they come in to play. That gives us the opportunity to play 110% out there, because we know we have caliber players that once myself, Perry McDonald come out the game, we're not losing a beat out there.
What about now Eddie Hughes? Is he basically, now he's the most experienced,
yeah.
Is he basically like a coach on the floor?
Oh, definitely. Eddie Hughes is one of those quiet leaders, because we trust what he's doing. He always gets the job done day in, day out. From the first time he stepped on the floor with the Dayton Wings, Eddie Hughes has been doing a great job for this team. And I think that was one of the key things for us to do, is go out and get an experienced point guard to run this ball club.
What about Europe now? You're going to go, you've made several of the tours. Are you going to go back this next winter? What's your favorite place to go to over there?
Amsterdam. We've been having a great place over in Amsterdam and Harlem, and it's great being over there because the people over there know us now and they love us when we come over there. They love our type of play, and it's been great going over there.
Now, Frederick, good luck the rest of the way. It's been a pleasure to have a chance to talk with you.
Okay, thank you. Good luck to you, too.
Back to you, David.
Now Frederick Hughes, he's a real superstar in the WBL. Our halftime score, Dayton 59, Calgary 44, and we pause now for a regional break. Sports Channel America's exclusive coverage of the WBL will continue in just a moment.
Here's the Chevy S10 Tahoe, and here's the lease payment.
Okay, so what's the catch? It's stripped, right?
Wrong. It's loaded with all these options.
Lifetime payments?
Nope. Lease it for $169 a month, 48 months.
My life savings down?
No down payment.
You get a loaded truck for $169 per month. So what's the catch?
Just one. Hurry to your local Gold Star Chevy dealer and take advantage of the selection before it's gone.
The tints are up and the prices are down on America's best-selling new cars at your 5-star Honda dealers. During our 9-day tint sale, we're making it easy to drive home an American-made Accord LX with all this for only $199 a month. Plus, new Civics, Preludes, and CRXs come with huge tent sale discounts. Get top dollar for your trade and on-the-spot financing. But hurry, our tent sale ends Saturday night at David Hobbs, Frank Gentile, Wild Honda, Honda City, and Russ Darrow. Don't miss it.
Once again, welcome back to Dayton, Ohio, where the hometown Wings leading the Calgary 88's 59-44. A little bit earlier, Tom Nasolke caught up with Roger Lyons, who's been the longtime coach of the Calgary 88's.
Roger, we talked several weeks ago in Calgary. You were just getting ready to start on a long homestand. Things have certainly gone well for you. Let's just tell me a little bit about your ball club and what's happened the last couple of weeks.
Well, we feel very good about how we played at home. We had 9 consecutive home games, and we won all 9. So anytime you can win in front of the home fans, I think you're accomplishing something with your ball club. 2 things, Coach, we've done very well. One, we've played very good defense at times. And the other thing, I think we've been very unselfish with the ball. We've passed the ball. We've made the extra pass. And on a pro level, when you do that, you really have a chance to play good basketball.
Okay, now you've got the experience. You've got a fine rookie in Jerry Stroman. John Hegwood's come back with you. What else do you need now to win the championship?
Well, I think what we need to do is just make sure that we're solidified in what we're doing. I'm not much of a guy for roster changes. I believe in committing to the players and telling them that they're going to be in Calgary for the summer and trying to spend a lot of time with them and work with them, and that's exactly what we've done. I think we need to just make sure that we're on the same page every night and that we go out and we give a good effort. We know we're not going to win every night, but we just want to try to put together consistent strings.
Because it is interesting because, as you say, your club has stayed together. Now Dayton has made some changes. Of course, they're a new team. They've added Eddie Hughes, Jared Jackson, and, of course, Joe Ward. What do you know about those 3 players?
Well, I think Eddie Hughes has been the difference in their ball club. As we've looked at our tape and broken our tape down, we see a lot of good things that they're doing now that they have not done early in the season. He gives them great penetration. He's a guy that can score points. And then Jared Jackson, of course, comes from a situation where he knows how to win, coming from Georgetown. He's a guy who plays great defense. So those are 2 great additions to their ball club. I really think Dayton's, in my opinion, 1 to 10, maybe the most talented team in the WBL right now.
Now, what about in Canada? Their WBL has gotten great reception in Canada. Why is that?
Well, I think the basketball fans in Canada are becoming more knowledgeable, and they want the product. They really believe in the WBL. They know the WBL is a quality league, that's an entertaining league, and they really like to see the games. I know we go over there to Halifax, and they've got 7,000 people that are into the ball game. We had 11,000 at our place the other night, and it was really a great crowd for us. So I think that the WBL is very accepted in Canada, and I think it'll only grow with the addition of Hamilton next year.
Roger, I want to thank you very much for spending a little time with me. You're one of the great coaches in the league, and I know you're going to be there at the end.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, Tom.
Okay, David, it's back to you.
Roger Lyons, a very classy guy, and he's true to his word. He keeps those people around. He's kept his players for years, and that's the reason why they are packing them at the Calgary Saddle Navy. Here we got a packed crowd too, and Dayton ahead of those 88's, 59-44. We're back.
Oh, drat. The ball seems to be curving today.
Almost.
Croquet? No way.
A heart.
2 clubs. 2 no trump.
Bridge?
What's the name of this game?
Pass. Badminton? You gotta be kidding. Ow! With its big orange taste, Minute Maid Orange Soda could only be the official soft drink of the NBA.
Take it from the MVP. Thank you very much. The MVP.
Before now, this is what you had to do to keep your feet comfortable, dry, and cool. Now you can do this. Introducing Tevas athletic shoes. With their soft polyurethane midsoles and form-fitting support, they cushion your feet for easy landings and fast takeoffs. New Tevas, cool under pressure.
Hi. Take your feet off the table. Now, here's your bag of Eagle potato chips. Here's my bag of Eagle potato chips. Now, we're going to open them. Not like an animal. Watch me. I open it easily. I remove one chip. Now, I taste it. Mmm. Mmm. The quintessence of taste and crunchiness. Go ahead.
Eagle potato chips. Everyone loves them.
When you're reaching for the refreshing, one-of-a-kind taste that's out of this world, you can't beat the real thing.
This crowd at the Irvin J. Nutter Center in Dayton, Ohio, very much into it as they watch the Dayton Wings warm up, and the Calgary 88's coming out on the floor now. At halftime, the Wings having their way with the 88's, 59-44. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Woloshin. Well, this ball game started out as if it was going to be a repeat of the first two that Calgary took rather easily. They jumped on top, and Chip Englund, one of the reasons why. He hit his patented three-point shot. Calgary was controlling the boards, and they were making things happen. There's the little pass outside, and Englund gave the 88's the early lead. They jumped out by 5 midway through the first quarter, but then the little general took over. 5'10" Eddie Hughes, who came over, about 10 games ago to this ball club, the Dayton Wings, and made things happen. He gave assists up, and then he could hit the shot when he really had to, and it's been Dayton's way ever since then. They built an 8-point lead to end the first quarter. They took a 17-point bulge at one point in the second quarter, and at the half, it is the 15-point advantage. Let me bring in Tom Nasalki now. Tom, the turning point, what was it? The great rebounding advantage by Dayton and the defense, and I guess Jaron Jackson got hot too, huh?
Yeah, I think just defensively, Dayton is playing the best defense I've seen any team play in this league in the 2 years that I've been around. They're doing a good job. They're very aggressive. They're doing a nice job with their double teaming. They're just putting tremendous pressure on Calgary, not letting Calgary get into the type of offense that they want to get into.
Some folks say this league doesn't have great defense. That's not the case tonight. There has been some great D played for sure by Dayton. We pause now for a regional break. Sports Channel America's exclusive coverage of the WBL will be right back in Dayton, Ohio.
Are sports injuries preventing you from playing real sports? Call the Sports Medicine Center at St. Mary's Hospital. The same physicians who treat many of Milwaukee's pro athletes are here to treat you. The Sports Medicine Center at St. Mary's Hospital, Milwaukee. Because there's no substitute for the real thing.
Introducing the USA Starfighter Space Kite, the revolutionary kite that creates a UFO appearance as it sails through the sky. Constructed of sturdy polystyrene, it's kite flying fun for all ages. Everything you need for flight, including decorative Mylar decals. The USA Starfighter Space Kite. To order, call 425-8095. Just $13.95 plus shipping and handling. Major credit cards accepted, or send check or money order to P.O. Box 20832, Milwaukee, Wisconsin 53228.
welcome you back to a very nice place, the Irvin J. Nutter Center in Dayton, Ohio. The hometown Wings, a very good first half, and everybody thinks of Alfrederick Hughes, Tom Nasulke, but if we look at these statistics, there was pretty good balance by Dayton. Eddie Hughes was a star, but how about Jaron Jackson? He had 20.
Well, he hit the threes. That was a big thing. He hit the threes when they needed him. Another thing is Chip England and Jerry Stroman have really been held down. Each of them have 6 points. There's no way that Calgary has a chance to win unless those two players get hot here in the second half.
So Jackson on the offense with 20 points and a couple of rebounds, and Alfrederick Hughes 6 points and 7 rebounds. You look the other way, Carlos Clark with 8 and 5 rebounds. The rebounding edge really went to Calgary, and I look at that, I'm a little surprised.
Of course, Dayton had a big edge early, and then Calgary came back, fought back. The game isn't over yet, but I think that Calgary needs to now, here in the first 4 or 5 minutes, really get going, or Dayton can just run them right out of here.
Hey, how do they get going? What do they do differently than they did in the first half?
They've got to do something to get Chip England off. Now, up to now, Brooks Steppe, for starters, has done a great job on Chip. Has made it very, very tough for him to come off those baseline screens that he loves, and when he spots up, they're doing a good job of getting out on him very, very quickly.
McDonald, Springs, Steppe. It looks like Joe Ward's going to start this second half along with Alfrederick Hughes. No, Eddie Hughes comes out. England, Stroman, Clark, Perry Young, and Jim Thomas will start for Calgary. Again, the halftime score, 15-point advantage, 59-44. Dayton, and they get to draw first blood here in the second half. The crowd is up with Calgary's used to big crowds, but they pack them in there, about 7,000 a game. And there is another big play for Dayton, which parries Calgary right off the bat. The opposite way the 88's needed to start.
Look, Calgary, you mentioned attendance. Calgary had 10,000 last week, and their arenas configured at about 9,000 for basketball, so they had more than a sellout crowd.
The foul before the shot, so no harm yet for Calgary. McDonald finds the handle. Really attacked them in Canada everywhere. This has been a franchise that has done well attendance-wise too. So Calgary has a chance to come back, and there's the nice pass to Carlos Clark. He's got 10 in the game.
Well, Carlos is playing about the way he normally plays, but Chip England and Stroman are not up to right now.
Eddie Hughes, the nice kick, and here's Alfrederick Hughes. No. Rebound inside and a foul. I think Albert Springs worked the offensive boards and picked up the foul. Roger Lyons says we can't get a break. Nice no-look pass by Springs, knocked away though, off of Calgary. And Brooks Steppe, something in the eye there. He might have gotten nicked. Good no-look pass, huh?
Yeah, Albert's doing some things he didn't do last year at Memphis.
He's become a star here.
Yeah.
Got away from you, huh?
That's exactly right.
Crowd up and stomping. It's noisy here in Dayton. Hughes, no, he used the left hand, wouldn't go, and a loose ball foul. It'll be against Calgary. Carlos Clark. I love coming here, Tom. This place, the electricity tonight, the WBL games, the fast pace and the way the crowd's getting into it here and in Canada really makes you want to come to more.
Oh yeah, this crowd is great here tonight. A great place to play. The game management's terrific. Everything about it is great.
England kicks out to Stroman, and there's the loose ball foul. Now we talk about how it's a non-contact sport. Let's see. Watching after the play.
Well, there's one foul. There's two fouls. Very good defense. Dayton does a good job of coming over on the weak side.
Are you saying
helping out?
Are you saying fouls are good defense? You counted 2 there.
Yeah, I think fouls are good defense at times, especially early. There's a great shot of that WBL ball.
Yeah, the rubber ball wouldn't have stayed up there. It's that leather, that fine-tuned piece of equipment. There's an interesting story. They're going to need to get somebody to come out by. And they got that rubber ball going. This leather ball was developed by a couple in Colorado, Rick and Michelle Ladinicon. And they had some problems finding color dyes that wouldn't run, reapplying the proper polyurethane coating, standardizing the design process. It took a while, and they finally figured it all out, and now this thing's going to be an item. In the meantime, Eddie Hughes has been the item for Dayton. He and Aaron Jackson, that one won't go, and Springs with the offensive board. Out to McDonald, they miss. Springs again, it won't go. And finally, Calgary gets the ball. Down 13. 7 minutes, 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Clark finds England. Wide open. Jim Thomas. Yeah, and that's a three. And did the 88's need that or what? He's got 8 and 9.
You can just look at the defensive intensity now that Calgary is coming up with. It's an entirely different club. They're starting the second half, but they have to make their move in the next few minutes.
10-point game. They once trailed by 17. No. McDonald keeps it alive for the Wings. No look pass. Alfrederick Hughes had it blocked, but a foul called. Clark again. That's the third on Carlos. These fans are still standing, Tom.
There's Alfrederick. He's a guy that plays as hard as anybody in this league plays.
That block almost looked like all ball.
That did. Good free throw shooter.
He's just good all the way around. Nice interview with him. You had at halftime.
He sounded like he's anxious to get back to Amsterdam to the Harlem tournament. I got to tell Bob Morris that now. We get back to make sure he pencils Alfrederick in for that tour this winter.
Well, really, he is one of the WBL All-Stars, the superstars, I should say. I mean, he plays on winning teams, and he travels with the All-Star teams, and plays in Italy on occasion. I mean, he's just a top-notch player. He got that one too. So they needed a couple to keep momentum their way, and Alfrederick delivered. Great pass inside. And Springs with the foul. Stroman with a very important bucket for Calgary. It's back down to 10.
This is a situation now where you don't want to foul. Stroman has got good position. You need to just either grab him right now before he shoots the ball or let him take the two. You don't want a three-point play.
Stroman's been quiet, only 6 points in this game. Now he's got 9 with that play.
The tough thing is with a player like Jerry Stroman, you get him off, maybe you can keep him quiet, but you get him a couple points early and he's going to start saying, hey, this is kind of easy again. I better get going.
Gets hot. It's trouble for Dayton, and they've cut it now under double digits. They're down 9. Steppe with a quick step. Right by England. He was on the baseline. It'll belong to Calgary. Crowd for the first time since midway in the second quarter, kind of quiet. And a turnover. Oh no, they wanted to bring it in without the ball being touched, but I think there was a delay, so the referee had to touch it. It still belongs to Calgary, and we may have a game here real quick. Steppe all over England. There's Clark, tries the quick turn. Drew the foul, made the bucket, and a big play by Carlos Clark for Calgary.
That was a terrific one-on-one move by Carlos. He gets the ball over in the wing. There he brings it back between his legs. Nice drive to the basket. Good body control. Gets the basket and the foul.
Got McDonald to reach in. And we've got a ball game suddenly. That 17-point lead Dayton once owned is now down to just 7.
Tap, the ball.
one shoe is cool enough to be the choice of the World Basketball League. Introducing the WBL Pro from Tevas, the only shoe with a patented airflow system that draws cool air in and pushes hot air out, so your feet stay cool, dry, and comfortable, no matter how hot you get. The new WBL Pro from Tevas, the coolest shoe in the World Basketball League.
Power buying is rolling your way, bringing big savings to the newest Farmore store. At Farmore, we only buy when we get a terrific deal. Then we buy in tremendous quantities. That's power buying, and that saves you up to 50% on thousands of name brands every day. Farmore power buying gives you far more buying power.
Power buying saves. Save at Farmore.
Shop the Farmore not far from you.
Thursday night, get a look at some of baseball's future stars as the Kane County Cougars invade South Bend to take on the White Sox. Class A baseball comes your way Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern on Sports Channel America. Carlos Clark to the line, trying to complete a three-point play. His team trailed by 17 not long ago. Suddenly, it's a 7-point game, and Carlos can cut it to 6.
Again, Dave, it was defense. You could tell when Calgary came out in the second half, they were dedicated to doing the job defensively, and that in turn has just turned everything around for them.
Clark with 13 makes it a 61-55 game, and Dayton will try to figure out how to get Mo back. Here's a motion offense. Hughes pulls the trigger for 3. No, a 2. What a big play.
That was really a big basket. I was just going to say before he hit that shot, Jim Thomas has done a great job on Eddie Hughes coming out here in the third quarter.
Stuckey with the move, yes.
Kelby Stuckey is a first-year player from Southwest Missouri State. He's done a great job for the 88's. Very good, very, very strong rebounder.
First minutes of playing time, first shot he took, and he made it. Here's Alfred Hughes with 3 in a row. Big rebound by Stuckey, who's come off the bench and immediately contributed. 63-57. Thomas finds Clark, and he puts it in with the right hand. Clark with 7 in this quarter, and now it's a 4-point game, 63-59. Steppe back to Hughes. Eddie will shoot for 3. Oh, wow. 5 in a row for that man. 66-59. Thomas. No. And Steppe found the handle in a hurry. England was in his face. Brooke has to kick it outside. See the little shove Frederick Hughes gave Thomas. And that shot by McDonald from the corner. Suddenly now Dayton answering the Calgary run. Back to a 9-point lead. Foul, Eddie Hughes. Watch the little guy move.
But Hughes is a very, very active player. He knows that he's outsized in there, and so he tries to come around and front Jim Thomas.
Dayton leads by 9 again, 68-59, and we pause now for a regional break. Sports Channel America's exclusive coverage of the WBL will continue in 1 moment.
Ned's, Milwaukee's original pizza chain, presents The History of Pizza. It's a common misperception that pizza originated in Italy. False. Pizza was actually discovered by native Milwaukeean Ned in 1959. Ned's is Milwaukee's original pizza chain. We make original pizzas with original toppings. So don't be shackled by the national pizza chains. Call the pizza chain with a link to Milwaukee. Call Ned's, Milwaukee's original pizza chain.
The tents are up and the prices are down on America's best-selling new cars at your 5-star Honda dealers. During our 9-day tent sale, we're making it easy to drive home an American-made Accord LX with all this for only $199 a month. Plus, new Civics, Preludes, and CRXs come with huge tent sale discounts. Get top dollar for your trade and on-the-spot financing. But hurry, our tent sale ends Saturday night at David Hobbs, Frank Gentile, Wild Honda, Honda City, and Russ Darrow. Don't miss it.
You've seen the WBL ball. How about the all-world WBL shoe with airflow?
Well, it's made by Tevis. It's a company in Erie, Pennsylvania, and all the players must wear it. If they do not wear it, they have to have a doctor's reason, because there are some shoes that, you know, that don't fit you as well as others. So if you see a player in the WBL without a Tevis shoe on, it's because he does have a physician's permission.
And there is the ball. You saw that. Now we're back to action. Calgary won the last time they played. They've really won the last two. That one is answered. Stuckey again has come off the bench and really played well. 7-point contest. Has Eddie Hughes rested in this game? I can't remember him taking a breather.
Yeah, he was out some in the first half.
68-61. Stroman. Here's England. Finally gets loose for the three, and he made it good.
Well, that was a tough shot by Chip England. It was, the defender was right in his face, went right up over him and hit the three.
He's about half his average at 9 right now, and it's a 4-point game once again. 88's had cut it to 4 earlier. Aaron Jackson, a deuce. His high for the year is 25. He's got 22 at the moment. Stroman takes Jackson inside, and Jackson had to foul to stop the leading candidate to be Rookie of the Year, Jerry Stroman from the University of Utah.
Stroman was really out of basketball for a couple of years. He's had some severe knee problems, and now he seems to be all right. He's having a terrific year this year.
5th Dayton team foul, so Stroman, who was fouled before the shot, goes to the line. 3 in the quarter, 9 in the game, make it double figures. And the lead is back to 5, 70-65. I get the feeling this one's going to go down to the wire, and we may be playing to 7.
There's a very good chance that it could. Kelsey Weems is in the game now, and you'll see Calgary will play a little bit differently. They'll be pushing the ball even more. Weems has got that great acceleration, does a nice job of getting the basket and kicking outside.
Stroman missed that one. It's a 5-point game. Troy Lewis back in, and so is Ward. These are the super subs that did such a great job in the second quarter. McDonald with a save. Ward on Clark, forced it. No. And Stuckey with another rebound. Stroman. Clark had it blocked by Ward. Here comes Dayton. Good defensive play by Calgary. Here's a 3-on-2. Weems draws the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. The foul. I'm not sure who it was on. It's on here.
Now there's the pass. Bad pass, the interception. Now Weems is very, very good at finding a gap in the defense. There it is, getting to the basket, and there he was fouled. Gets the 2.
That's his 7th point, and it's 70-66. They've been here twice. They were down 17, Calgary was, in the second quarter. They cut it to 4 2 times, and there's the 3rd. They had a chance to cut it to 3, and now it could go to 2. And Hegwood, just in the game, made the big play. Got it, and draws the foul. Weems really set that up, though, for John Hegwood from San Francisco, a 6'4", 200-pounder. Ward on the foul, and that's a big play.
There's a great crossover dribble by Weems. Nice job of finding Hegwood. There's a foul right there. I keep likening Weems to Andre Turner, and hopefully he'll do the same kind of job that Andre did. But he has a great acceleration, does a great job of finding that seam in the defense and getting to the basket.
Andre's a better free throw shooter. This young man shoots only 59%. Hits one of the 2, and so it is a 3-point lead. 70-67 Dayton. Will trap at half court, easily beaten. Here's, when it counts, does he miss? He's got 20 in the contest now, and there was a big 3. 6-point lead for Dayton. Steve Smith had a double clutch. Stroman. Yes, and he answers with a big three. And this game is starting to get very interesting indeed. 73-70. Hegwood with authority.
Well, that was really an ill-advised shot there, you know, when you're trying to cut down a run to take that three.
What a move, Stroman, who's hit 5 points consecutively now, and it's a one-point contest, 73-72. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Dayton led by 15 at the break. They once were up by 17. Ward, yes, and what a running hook that shot was. 75-72. Minute 42 left in the third quarter. Weems for three. No. Good rebound. Stuckey, and he stuck it back.
What a difference he's made since he's come in the game. Kelby Stuckey.
Oh, a near steal, and he was on the sideline. It'll belong to Dayton, and Calgary wants to call timeout. They like the run. They have been absolutely amazing. A minute 28 to go. Let me take this opportunity to remind you the World Basketball League Game of the Week returns next Saturday at a special time beginning at 9 o'clock Eastern. Sports Channel America presents live coverage of the Erie Wave against the Calgary 88's. That's the WBL Game of the Week coming up this Saturday at 9 o'clock Eastern, a different time, 6 Pacific, only on Sports Channel America. This event may not be available in all areas, so we ask you to consult your listings for further details. Good look at the cheerleaders from...
Watch Stroman now. He gets the baseline. Terrific move to come back up inside, power the ball, get the layup.
And there's the girls we talked about. They'll be in Hawaii at the Hula Bowl in the fall. Really quick turnaround. You talked about having to get England in the game. Well, he did hit a big three, but I believe it was the defense that Calgary didn't play maybe in the second quarter that prompted them to get back in this thing in the third.
No, that's right, Dave, because they came out and you could just see the look in their eyes, especially Jim Thomas. He came out, even though Eddie Hughes did hit a couple of threes, Jim Thomas came out and really got down and played him and stopped him from creating a lot of situations. Now Kelsey Weems has come in the ball game and has got the 88's running.
Roger Lyons has to feel a little bit better than he did at halftime. They've played 3 now. Florida and Youngstown have, and Florida knocking off Youngstown by 20, Tom, 97-77. Pressure, and Troy Lewis oblivious to it. Eddie Hughes trying to find a little pocket in there, does, and Corbett comes up with the bucket. Oh, does Eddie Hughes make it happen or what? Corbett's first 2 on the night. Stroman just taking over now.
Well, the thing that Stroman does well is if you can get the basketball to him early. Now this situation, there's Eddie.
Yeah.
Nice pass inside. But I was going to mention on Stroman, if you can get the ball to him early, he's terrific at driving to the basket. Now, if he gets it and the defense gets set, not quite as dangerous. But if you get it down to him very quickly on the break, he does a tremendous job of getting to the hole.
He's got 10 in this quarter and 16 in the game. Well, as Hughes does it for Haley's team, it's been Stroman who's led the comeback in this third quarter. He gets them both. It's a 1-point game with 1:02 left in the third.
Now there's Calgary in a half-court trap, and they'll do this periodically, and it's a little bit of a gamble. We'll see what happens here.
Well, Lewis missed, and the long rebound winds up in the hands of Eddie Hughes. They reset.
That sometimes happens when you're in any type of a zone. You don't have real good coverage on the defensive board.
Eddie Hughes, not that time. Stroman with the rebound. Ahead for Weems, and he was on the sideline. Quickly, Dayton wanted to trigger. Now, Tom, explain in what instances can you take that basketball and run when the referee doesn't have to touch it?
Well, anytime in the back court, he doesn't have to touch it. Now, I'm not sure why he called that particular play there, David.
Aaron Jackson wanted to make it happen that time. He draws the foul on Jerry Stuckey, Kelby Stuckey, excuse me.
Other than the 1-3 that Jackson hit when he first came in, he's been quiet here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but he's got 23. It's too shy of his season high.
But he had 20 in the first half.
Yeah, he sure did. Was that a defensive change, or did he run out of gas?
Not just the game, just kind of the complexion changes.
3-point lead, 23 seconds to go. 20 on that shot clock. This is 3-second differential from what you're watching right now, bottom right of your screen. And so Calgary will play for that last shot, or just about the last shot. 6 on the shot clock. Weems drives. No. Corbett with a rebound. Jackson had a chance in the corner. It wouldn't fall his way. This quarter belonged to the 88's. The Wings still lead by 3, 79-76, but hand it to Calgary. They were down by 15 at the halftime break. They were down by 17 at one point. They've made this a game. They trail by only 3.
Let me have one of those delicious potato chips, huh? Eagle. They're the best. What a name, huh? Eagle. Eagle means the best. I've got the perfect motto for the company, too.
What is that?
Aquila non capit moscas. That's Latin.
What does it mean?
The eagle does not catch flies.
I got one, too. Tutto è finito.
What does that mean?
They're gonna fire us. Eagle snacks. Everyone loves them.
Before now, this is what you had to do to keep your feet cool, dry, and comfortable. Now you can do this. Introducing Tevas athletic shoes, the only shoes with a patented airflow system that draws cool air in and pushes hot air out for cooler, drier, more comfortable feet. New Tevas, cool under pressure.
What's that cool going down? What's that chill rushing through you? What's that light that takes your breath away? That's a taste of real refreshment. That's the real love dying cold. That's a taste of real refreshment. Just for the taste of it, dying cold.
We get set for the fourth and the final chapter here at Dayton, Ohio. The Wings lead Calgary 79-76. Well, the game has really changed. That third quarter, a defensive physical struggle, Tom, and I thought that allowed Calgary to get back into it.
Well, I think one thing that's made a big difference, both teams have terrific depth, and so the game has had a lot of ebbs and flows. This is probably the hardest fought WBL game I've seen. I think it's just absolutely terrific basketball.
They are standing once again here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center. That was about the fourth time they just have stood in appreciation of the game. Well, immediately they're going to go to Corbett down low. No. Offensive rebound by Troy Lewis. And a foul on the floor. Dayton for the game shooting 41%, which is below what they normally shoot, which is over 50%. Calgary at 46% for the game. That defense was really turned up a notch by Calgary. There's Troy Lewis in a big bucket.
Now that time Troy Lewis came off a baseline screen and nobody came out and picked him up. That was just a good offensive maneuver.
8 for him, and the lead back to 6. And a great pick of the pocket by Hughes. It's showtime for Ward. Joe Ward with 11 points. He's been the spark off the bench in many a game. England. Weems wide open. Missed that one. And Ward got the rebound.
See, that's just not his shot. That time Chip England created the situation. Kelsey is just not a good outside shooter. Probably should not have taken that shot.
There's Pat Haley, happy with the momentum. Great pickpocket. This guy's an athlete, huh?
Oh, yes, he is. Great jumper. Very inspirational type player. Joe Ward.
England just banging with Troy Lewis, and he's just too much. 5 points in a row for the young man from Purdue. And it's 86-76. Suddenly that lead is at 10. England wants to get loose, but look at the double team. Clark hangs. No. Weems is there, though. You know, you almost sense with Weems, he's really got to be on the move penetrating for him to get anything.
There's a situation. Now, Chip England just doesn't have the foot speed and really the lateral movement to play Troy Lewis that tightly.
Hey, he looks like a ballet star, Troy Lewis, when he makes his move, doesn't he? Had the toes stretched out and the fingertips up.
He really did. He had his arm extended. Nice job.
Baryshnikov Lewis. In the meantime, Weems hits a very important free throw for Calgary. He gets one more. Weems has 6 rebounds in this game, so he has made contributions there. No, Ward got the rebound. 86-77, 9-point lead for Dayton. They were down by 5 in the first quarter. They've led by as many as 17. Look at Hughes. Yes! He's up. 22 for Eddie Hughes. Corbett and Perry Young really banging underneath and a foul called.
Eddie Hughes, very, very nice. He really had 2 crossover dribbles, shot the ball with his left hand, laid it up there very softly, got the roll.
Nice touch. The foul was called on Corbett. Weems will take a seat on the bench. And Calgary inbounds the ball. Can't foul out in this game. On the 7th foul, though, you get the ball and the shots. And there's Carlos Clark. They got it downstairs to him, and he connects, and they needed that one.
Well, Chip England does a great job on this. Now, he comes off a baseline screen. Both men switch out on him. Carlos Clark is open inside, gets the basket and the foul.
Good eyes by England and good eyes by Coach Nasalkin. 88-79. Clark can cut this to 8. No, he's got 17. Ward pick up the ball. And Lewis is the shot. No.
Not a shot you want, David. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you want to use some clock, don't you?
That's right. Yeah, you don't want to take one that quickly in that particular situation.
7:43 left in the contest. 88-79 the score. Calgary trying to cut into the Dayton lead. Good pass down low, but Perry Young couldn't handle it. That was really tough defense, too. I thought that pass was going to make it. Jackson, who's been incredible, hits the big one there. Jaren Jackson. 27 for the night, a new season high for him. 91-79, the lead is 12. No doubt, Stroman took a walk. Calgary now with 11 turnovers, Tom. Dayton with 9 in this contest.
And Dayton has picked up that defensive intensity again and has taken Calgary out of some of the things that they want to do.
Calgary made that run in the 3rd quarter. It didn't look like they were spent, but now you start to wonder. Ward couldn't get it to go, but Dayton winds up with the ball. Good hustle by Corbett. Hughes, he almost popped the ball. That time he didn't get it to go. Thomas with a rebound. There's a 3-on-2 and a nice break. Stroman finishes for Calgary. He needed that one big time. It's a 10-point game. Tom, good crowd tonight. The official attendance, 5,787. Troy Lewis with a quick move, and he got the touch.
quick move. He got that shot off in a hurry.
93-81. Perry Young leaning on Corbett, and Corbett fouled him.
We'll get a chance to look at some classic fast break. There, Jim Thomas now comes down, makes the good pass at the top of the circle. Jerry Stroman, nice jump stop, lays the ball up and gets 2.
He really finishes a break too, you know.
He extends right to the basket.
Reminds me a little of Milt Wagner, the way he finishes for Memphis.
Yep. Corbett's doing a terrific job on Perry Young, and they're forcing him off the low post, making him go outside and face up.
Thomas with a big three-pointer. Downtown shot. Cuts the lead to 9, 84. Points now for Calgary. Dayton's got the 93. Corbett with the moves inside. Oh, what a play. Anthony Corbett's got only 4 in the game, but he's hitting pressure shots. Stroman in trouble, kicks it out. Thomas, another 3 attempt. Oh, he starts to heat up.
And that's why Jim Thomas has been such a star in this league and also in the European Tour. Very, very heady player, can hit the clutch shot.
He's been around since Calgary started, 4 years with the 88's. He's got 15 in the game. It's an 8-point lead for Dayton. Troy Lewis, he's been on fire in the quarter. Finally cooled off. Jackson saved it though. Here's Ward, and good foul by Carlos Clark. Joe Ward has played very well.
Corbett gets the hoop here, but it's defensively where he's really made the difference.
He's been terrific, and Dayton on top again.
Wednesday nights, take a closer look at America's future Olympic stars on U.S. Olympic Showcase. See the U.S. National Weightlifting Championships and the USA versus Italy in volleyball. 7:30 Eastern on Sports Channel America, Wednesday.
Say your prayer.
Lieutenant Frank Drebin.
Nice work, Frank. What?
The only cop smart enough.
The water's over there, Frank.
Brave enough. And man enough.
Give me the strongest thing you got.
To star in the only movie big enough.
How you doing, Trooper?
To be called The Naked Gun 2.5. The Smell of Fear. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, June 28th at theaters everywhere.
Take a look at Sports Channel America and see what's hot.
Welcome back to Dayton, Ohio. I'm Dave Woloshin along with Tom Nisulke. The Wings on top of Calgary, 95-87. You know, in the rehearsal before our Open tonight, you predicted that Dayton would win this game. We didn't get to it in the Open, but you're becoming a prophet, Mr. Nisulke.
I don't know about a prophet. I just felt that they had so much depth, and Calgary has played so well lately. You know, maybe they'd have a little bit of a letdown, and they have had a letdown here. Again, they've had about 2 letdowns that have really killed in this particular game.
But with both teams being so good, you got to figure Calgary wins the first 2. Dayton was bound to come back.
Well, they vastly improved themselves, and my guess would be here Dayton probably will win this game, Dave, without Hal Frederick the Great.
I know he hasn't played all that much.
Yeah, he has not played a lot, and that shows you what kind of ball club they have.
He hasn't played in the 4th quarter that I remember. He has only 8 points, and still Dayton leads in the rebounding battle 37-31, although he is their leading rebounder, Frederick is. 10-point game, 97-87. Time dwindling, 4:48. Clark, good baseline move, and what a play. He switched hands and banged that off the glass. 8-point contest. Crowd into the game. Feel the tenseness. Hughes on the floor, was fouled. I think it's going to be Williams.
Well, Hughes has really come to life now here in the second half, and he started, or really in the 4th quarter, late in the 3rd. Started out not doing very much in the 3rd quarter. But he's really came back, he's come back and played great basketball.
If that goes in. I would have been amazed. That was Troy Lewis, who is a bit of a magician when it comes to O. He's a nice young guy, too. You ever talk with him? Personable?
Yeah, he is. Well, he was a communications major at Purdue. In fact, I think he was the color analyst for Anderson High School, his old school. I don't know if it was last or the winter before.
Is that right?
Uh-huh. But Mr. Basketball in Indiana, that's in 19, I believe, or 85, something like that. I mean, that's really something to be proud of.
So Keedy stolen away from Bobby Knight, huh?
Yep.
Lewis gets the second. He's got 8 in this quarter. He's a big-time player. 98-89. Strong. England just cannot get away from the defense. Lewis really picked his pocket. Hughes wanted to start a fast break. England had to foul him. It was a good foul, and it looked like Eddie Hughes might have strained the knee a little bit. He missed it. Pushed the knee when he got hurt.
The thing is, Troy Lewis is doing a good job himself. Eddie Hughes is always right there. He's just got a great affinity for that basketball.
Some folks smell where it's going, and he knows. There's the young man, England, who made the foul. Chip, the sharpshooter, went to 2.
You talk about the way that can communicate, it's articulate. Chip England's the guy. There's Pat Haley. That's quite a University of Dayton duo. Pat was a former coach at Dayton. He's got Mike Sylvester, who was a great player, played over in Italy with Bob Morris, who's our director of international operations. We got Donald Smith, another assistant, who was a great University of Dayton player.
Well, Hughes missed a couple of free throws there. It allows Calgary to stay in this thing. 98-89. And the foul. I'll go on Jaren Jackson, who's had the season high tonight. 27 so far. Roger Lyons trying to figure out how his 88's and get back in this thing. Plenty of time. 3:51 to go, but they're down 9. They can cut it at the line. Strowman, 6 out of 7 from the stripe tonight. Now 6 out of 8, and that's a big miss, Tom.
That's a huge miss with only 3 minutes, 50 seconds to go.
And 11 in the third quarter. 2 in this quarter. 19 for the game, make it 20. That's a 8-point lead now for Dayton. It's going to start to get physical. Good steal, Weems. And now it's 6, 98-92.
Well, the last time they didn't have the ball in the hands of Eddie Hughes. This time they do.
Weems kind of sounded like Monica Seles hitting a backhand the way he screamed on the slam. Jackson. Oh, nice pass to Ward, and he put it home. 100-92. 3:14 left in the contest. Weems penetrates. Yes, nice play, Weems.
Now that's a great move. That's a good crossover dribble, and that's one of Kelsey Weems' strengths.
He's got 11. You see the time. 100-94. Dayton with the lead. Corbett found the open man. Ward with the finger roll. That was just a great pass.
Well, that particular time, Calgary went over to help defensively from the weak side and got burned.
Now, Carlos Clark may have pulled the three-point trigger a little too quickly, and Calgary is fortunate to keep a hold of that ball. 2:33 left in the contest. Dayton leading Calgary 102-94. We're back in Dayton in just a moment.
Some men would rather live their lives sheltered in the harbor, and some would rather sail into life with the unmistakable scent of Old Spice. Clean, true, and classic. Old Spice, one of the legends of the sea.
Planning.
Where'd I get the capital to start this business with my daughter? By investing for the long haul. And forget full commission brokers. I called Charles Schwab. Munis, mutual funds, blue chips, and I saved plenty with Schwab's low commissions. Every day I tell my daughter, think long term. Make your own decisions. Be your own man.
For a free Schwab Fact Kit, call toll-free 800-841-0300.
5,700 on hand, watching their Dayton Wings lead Calgary 102-94, 2 minutes and 33 seconds left. This young lady is captivated by the lead, isn't she? I'm Dave Voloshin along with Tom Nisaki. This has been one of the better WBL matchups of the year. The divisional leaders, Calgary in the north and Dayton in the south. And we've seen all kinds of spectacular plays.
You know, Dave, the way it looks right now, I've seen all the teams play, and I think you have. I think at this time, these are the two strong. They've got the two best records, but I think they're going to be the two teams to beat going down the wire because they both can withstand the injury to a serious player. There's Mike Sylvester, played against, as I said, Bob Morris in Italy for many, many years. Pat Haley, the new coach of Dayton, has done a great job and is really, he told me before the game that he has just gotten with it so much more. Imagine being out of it 12 years. Sylvester also played in the Italian Olympic team. He was has dual citizenship. Played in the 1980 Olympic Games, the only American, because we boycotted the games to get a medal.
What a move by Kelsey Weems. 6 in the quarter, 13 in the game, and it's down to 6 now. What will Eddie Hughes pull out of his hat here? He's been the magician tonight. That's a little far out for him, and that opens the door for Calgary. 2:04 left in the game. Stroman got the pick and fires the three. Ward got the rebound. Good foul by Carlos Clark immediately to stop the clock with 1:57 left.
I don't think it was a good foul. I disagree.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you should foul because you don't want to stop the clock right now. It doesn't make any difference. There's plenty of time. You just have to make a stop on them, and then you can make your fouls with maybe 40, 45 seconds to go.
Ward now with 7 rebounds in the game and picked up a big one there and the foul. And he is a pretty good free throw shooter, 82%.
If he makes these two, this almost puts the game out of reach. Whereas if they hadn't fouled, they go down, they put a good stop on. Calgary's still only down 6. Now this is really going to make it tough.
Now 4 out of 5 from the line too. 103-96. Hit them both, and you're right. Now it's trouble, but there is still plenty of time. Anglin. Oh, a big one there.
Top shot, boy.
Yeah, that defense was pretty good.
Yeah, it was right in his face.
12 for Anglin in the game. 104-99. No. Ward, what a play!
That was a killer, and Calgary had played good defense, but they did not block out Joe Ward.
Oh, he's tough to block out. That athletic move was absolutely amazing, and is he psyched up now?
Well, the thing is, he's an inspirational type player. He was always that way in college. Now watch, nobody gets him. Now he comes in from the weak side, 2 players standing underneath.
I think Carlos Clark did try to block out. He couldn't. He just skywalked on him.
Except you have to get him out farther away from the basket. He was too far underneath.
Weems with a big shot there. Different angle.
See, he comes right in. Carlos was way too far on the inside.
But still, great athletic ability to get up that high and hang like that. Weems hits the 2 and pressure. 106-101, minute 34. Hughes, Weems watches him closely. Kills some clock as the shot clock not down to 7. Corbett backs up 3, a good steal. Weems. He's going to try to beat Hughes. He got the bucket, didn't draw the foul. He was trying hard. 106-103, a minute 9 to go. Jaren Jackson the other way. Here's a double team, and he fights his way out of that.
But you still don't need to foul. Still, you're only down 3. You don't need to foul. Just get a good defensive stop.
8 on the shot clock. You see the game clock.
Nice switch all over. That was a shot.
At the buzzer of the shot clock. What a play by Troy Lewis.
Poor defensive end. Poor defense down at the other end by Calgary.
108-103. Carlos Clark. Young got the rebound. Harry Young with a big bucket there. 36.8 seconds left. 108-105.
Still don't need the foul. Still don't need it.
And I don't think there was a foul. There was a timeout called by Pat Haley. Watch Dayton. When they had to have it, Troy Lewis delivered at the buzzer.
Right there, Chip England should have been off him. Tried to play him too tight. Troy Lewis went around. That was the big basket. But even in this situation, there's 35 seconds to go. It's 108-105. You still don't need the foul. 22 seconds left on the clock. You just have to get a good defensive stop. Then you can worry about foul.
Troy Lewis has been absolutely critical. He's had 12 points in the quarter. Let's listen in to Roger Lyons.
I want you to be pointing mid. They got the basketball right here. Okay? So now you're pointing guys. We're right here. Wait till they cross the half-court line before you trap it. So now when we do trap it, JP and Kelsey should have trapped the basketball. Okay? JP and Kelsey. Just they shoot you to the lane, low to the lane.
That was Calgary. Now we go to Pat Haley in the wings huddle.
Well, Roger Lyons is saying as soon as they get the ball over half court, we're going to put on a half-court trap, try to make them cough the basketball up, and we can't, from here we can't hear what Pat Haley's talking about.
Well, let's set the scene for you. 35.7 seconds remaining in the game. Dayton leads Calgary 108-105. Dayton has the basketball. They have led almost throughout this game. They were down 5 in the first quarter. They had a 15-point halftime lead. They were up by 17. Calgary had a great third quarter, cut it to 3, and then they've been struggling back and forth. They've never taken the lead in this quarter. And even though Dayton has clawed ahead up to 9-10 points, Calgary never lost sight of the game.
Okay, half-court trap. Here it is. Here it is. Try to make him cough the basketball up.
And they almost do. A jump ball.
They did a nice job. Roger said as soon as they get the ball over half court, we go into our half-court trap. We're going to try to make him cough the basketball up, throw the interception. He didn't get the interception, but he got the jump ball. Pat Haley can't be real happy because all they need to do is spread the floor.
And they want to make a change here. They will bring in Anthony Corbett. And Steppe takes his seat on the bench for the moment. The jump will be Troy Lewis and Jim Thomas. No arrows in this game. Calgary got it. They're down 3. 25 seconds to go.
Now they can still go for the 2 or the 3. They don't have to get a 3. They can go to score it and then foul. They just Chip will go for the 3 here.
Weems may have to. 7 on the shot clock. He'll take it inside. No. Weems got it back. No. Out of bounds. No. It was taken by Hughes. Up ahead to Jackson, and this is going to end the game. 0.2 of a second left. And Dayton has put Calgary away. 110-105 is the score. The fans excited. They know they've got a winner. There's been some debris thrown on the playing surface. The referee, Mike Foote, clears it. Calgary will put it into play. They had their chance, but boy, did Dayton play great defense. And that'll end it. 110-105. Tom Nissolke, we said this was a game of D. That's how Dayton took the lead in the second quarter. It's how Calgary got back in the third quarter. It's how Dayton won the game in the last 20 seconds.
Oh, it was terrific basketball. It started out like it was going to be about 140 to 130, but terrific defense. Just a great basketball game here tonight.
So the Dayton Wings, the leaders of the Southern Division, get the psychological advantage, at least at this point in the season. They beat the Northern Division leaders, Calgary. They stopped their 12-game win streak, and Calgary now is 17-6 on the year. Dayton improves to 16-7. They have won 6 straight. And we'll be back for a final word in just a few moments. Again, the final, 110-105. Dayton has defeated Calgary.
minutes away from your nice, safe neighborhood, there's a war going on. And the news isn't covering it.
Either they don't know, don't show, or don't care about what's going on in the hood.
Boys in the Hood. It's the kind of news that usually gets buried. Rated R. Coming July 12th to a theater near you.
Welcome back to Dayton, Ohio, in the Irvin J. Nutter Center, where the 5,700 on hand, empty now, to the parking lot in great spirits. Their ball club has defeated the Calgary 88's. Oh, what a ball game it was tonight. It started off with Calgary on fire. Dayton took control at the half. They built up a 17-point lead. Calgary answered and closed it to 3 at the end of the 3 quarters. But then, coming down the wire, Calgary had a chance to tie the game, but Dayton denied it with unbelievable defense. We'd said earlier in this broadcast that Calgary had controlled Dayton in the first 2 games they played, and that was the case. But Dayton has made some changes. They brought in 3 different players. They are Eddie Hughes, Jaron Jackson, and Joe Ward, and those guys scored 22, 27, and 20 respectively, and what a difference it made. It accounted for the first Dayton victory over Calgary this year. It stops that 12-game win streak that Calgary had enjoyed, and it really propels Dayton. Now they have won 6 straight and 13 of their last 15. What a great story it is beginning to become here in Dayton as the Wings really start to take off. Here is the way the last play came down. They wanted to get the ball to England to shoot the 3 to tie, but he was tied up completely. There's a bit of a double team. And there wasn't much room for Kelsey Weems. He had a force, it wouldn't go. Weems again put up an air ball. He knew time was running down. You see the clock. And then it was just an easy showtime for Joe Ward. Ward with the 20. So the new combination with Ward and with Jackson and with Eddie Hughes, the difference. And finally, Dayton has defeated Calgary. Tom Nasalki is standing by. He's got a very happy coach with him.
Pat, let's talk a little bit about the game. Now, first of all, about 3 weeks ago, I talked to you in Memphis. You weren't sure if you're going to like coming back into coaching.
Well, I'll tell you, this has been quite an experience. We played what we feel, and we still feel it, even though we beat them, the best team in the league. Calgary is a veteran ball club, and they do a great job. And we shot well in that one spurt in the second quarter and made a big run on them. But they fought the whole game. Big steal there late. We've got all the respect in the world for them.
Well, let's talk. How's it feel to be back after 12 years? I first met you in the early 70s. We were both getting started in this game, and we shared a little philosophy one night, and then you were out of it. I followed you along for a long time. You were at Dayton, you were at Bowling Green, and then you went into private business, and then you came back when Don Danaher was not able to take the job, and you jumped back in.
Well, it's been quite a shock. I've only been back 2 months. We've played 23 games now, I think. It's quite an exhausting situation. I know one thing, business world's a lot easier than this.
Now, what about in making these changes, because you've really remade your club? Now, Roger Lyons has had a group of players together for a long time. Dayton is an expansion team. You came in as a new coach, really didn't even know the league, and have had to change and now have one of the top teams in the league.
Well, the biggest factor was I had never seen a game in the league, and we started out with Brooks Steffi, our big guard, as a small forward. And we played the first game against Florida, and they beat us by 22 points right here on this floor, and I was amazed. I said, this isn't the way our team should be composed. We've got to be more physical, bigger, and all those type of things. So we made 3 changes. We brought in Joe Ward and Jaron Jackson and Eddie Hughes. And Eddie gave us the stability in the backcourt, and the other 2 guys gave us some physical play and some good shooting, and that's been the whole difference.
I'll tell you another thing I noticed tonight, Pat. You won it. You didn't have to use Alfrederick Hughes. He's under better control now than I've seen him any time since he's been in the WBL. I mean, you've got him playing hard. He's always played hard, but he's playing more as a team guy. Watch him over on the bench. Your team was winning without him, and he was there cheering and actually looked like he wanted you to win big without him.
Well, we've got a situation here where our ownership does a nice job with the players. Don Danaher is our general manager, and he's good. And we've just got a family atmosphere here. And Al Frederick has played in other situations where the teams have folded because of lack of attendance and lack of support from ownership. Here we've got a great franchise, and we take the players out to eat a lot. We work with them constantly, and we've preached that winning's everything, not how many points you score, not how much time you get to play. And it's tough, but like today, he didn't get to play that as much as he usually does, but he's our best player. Don't forget that.
Pat, do you love basketball now as much as you used to?
I'd rather be sitting up there watching it, to tell you the truth.
Well, thanks a lot for coming on. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks, Tom.
All right, David, it's back to you.
Great win for Pat Haley and his Dayton Wings. They have won 6 in a row. They have won 13 of 15, and they got a psychological edge tonight as they defeat the Calgary 88's by 3 here at home at the Irvin J. Nutter Center. We're back with a finish in just a moment.
When your office is 200,000 acres of rugged woodland, you need a deodorant you can depend on. Men count on Old Spice to help prevent odor before it starts. It kills odor-causing bacteria on contact. 99%. That's effectiveness you can count on with the clean, classic scent of Old Spice.
Hi, Aunt. Tough day at the office?
You bet. Old Spice deodorant, because prevention is the ultimate form of protection. Count on it.
Planning. Where'd I get the capital to start this business with my daughter? By investing for the long haul. And forget full commission brokers. I called Charles Schwab. Munis, mutual funds, blue chips, and I save plenty with Schwab's low commissions. Every day I tell my daughter, think long term. Make your own decisions. Be your own man.
For a free Schwab Fact Kit, call toll-free 800-841-0300.
110-105. That's the final here in Dayton. The Wings over the Calgary 88's by 5. Dave Woloshin and Tom Nasalki once again with you. Tom, I think you made a great point with Pat in that they win this game without Alfredrick Hughes.
Well, that's probably the first time in Alfredrick's career that he hasn't been in there at the end, but I think it says a lot for the makeup of their club, the job they've done in putting this thing together here. Because it's one thing to have an established team, it's another thing to start out. And really, Don Danaher hadn't had any experience in the league. So this gives you got to give a lot of credit to their ownership and management here.
Yeah, absolutely. A terrific ball game. People talk about the WBL offense. It was the defense that was the key here tonight. Well, once again, we remind you next week the World Basketball League Game of the Week returns, and we've got a dandy. It'll be Calgary again against the Erie Wave, a special time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 6 o'clock Pacific, only on Sports Channel America. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Once again, the final, Dayton a winner over Calgary, 110-105. For Tom Nasalki, I'm Dave Woloshin saying so long from Dayton, Ohio.